how do we extend a loop around here? We basically can't. And we can't come in here like this. That is the problem. Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to Filament. We are going to pick this one back up. I don't know how well I'm going to do today. I definitely am a little bit more tired than previous times we've played this. I like to record puzzle games earlier than usual. Because that way I'm like, you know, cogent, coherent, my brain is working, all that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, that just wasn't really a choice this time around. Had a busy day, and you know, it's late. It's later. I personally ended up having like a little bit of a nap, and that resulted in, I mean, nothing bad per se, but like, you know, oh, interesting. Okay, that feels pretty necessary. I feel like I'm working backwards here. Like, obviously this is gonna go bad, but I think like the end is like this. That makes sense to me. But yeah, like the day was a little bit of a rough day. Not like feel bad kind of rough, but like just it was busy. I did a lot of stuff. I'm tired. It involved working out, so I'm like potentially gonna be a little sore. Interesting. I don't like that. Nope, that's not good. How about this? Okay, so this way doesn't work because we'll never be able to turn that on. This doesn't work because we always seem to hit that before we hit anything else. So like this strikes me as a down, come through here, go like this. But at the same time, I guess that's probably reversed, actually. Actually, no, because this is going to be a hard thing to come through the middle of. Like, almost guaranteed. Wait, that time... Oh, interesting. Why is that different? That shouldn't be different than this, but it is. So this one is just a difficult start. Like, I feel like this is the start. Which, I'll be honest, I'm not terribly fond of. I don't like that. Like, we also definitely have to use that one. Okay, I solved it, kind of. All right, I'm down. This makes sense to me though. The question is, clearly doesn't work. That's tough. Like, that's really tough, actually. That basically has to be like this. Really? Fucking really? See, this doesn't work. The problem is this doesn't work. Wait, how do we even get that to work before? Like this. Alright. Okay, I think we got it. Cool. We didn't even have to go to Photoshop for this one. He lied. Damn. Man, it felt like we had it. But the problem is that now I don't even remember how we pulled this off. It was this. This is a toughie. Yeah. I hate this so much. Okay, I was just thinking about whether or not we could wrap it back around. Alright, we might have to dip into Photoshop for this one. Because we can't do that. Well, that doesn't help us anyway. Because we can't do this. Because we have to This doesn't work, which is weird. It really feels like it shouldn't hit there. Unfortunately, this just doesn't quite work. I mean, I suppose we could... Yeah, that doesn't... So it's where we can get this loop to go, right? And the problem is we can't get it to do much. Because if we do something like come all the way back around... Oh, we can't do that. We can't go to that one. We can't go to that one because otherwise we don't hit this. Hypothetically, I definitely think we could get away with doing this. I hate that. It really feels like it should work. No, because we have to go this way. Listen, we got so close. We got absolutely so close. This was the way. Because actually, yeah, that solution doesn't work either. So we're here. The question is, how can we hit that last pillar by adding a loop? I think the answer is no. I don't think we can spindle out from anywhere. Mostly because the move from the upper rightmost white column to the one that's in like the center middle, just you can't go around it. So it has to happen at that point if you want it to happen, or earlier. So we are taking a trip. Taking a trip. Alright. We're back to here. Alright, so... Don't you blink at me. Oh, right, I'm holding Alt, not Control. Here's probably pretty good. So, let's see. Let's get our lines set up here. Oh, interesting. That doesn't show up when I get a color picker. Alright, so we've got a pretty decent idea in terms of what we can't do. So this one is our problem. So our options are either here, right, which are really more like this. Actually, so let's look at it from this perspective. We're hitting this side. We can only go here. And this takes us to here, hypothetically here, but we don't have a way of wrapping around because of that black. So it kind of doesn't work. This is almost valid, except for the part where we can never hit this if we do this. We can never hit this. It is impossible. We know this to be true, because we tried. So this can't be it. I'm pretty sure it absolutely cannot be it, which means it has to be this, which implies that it's this. Which is interesting, because like hypothetically, doing that and this is doable. Like it's a thing that we can do. We know that like this is a thing. I absolutely hate, by the way, that there's nothing else that we can do about that. Like that this is invalid, but this is. It makes me wonder if there's ways that we could get around this that are better. And there very well could be. Like I think technically... Actually, maybe that's the key. If we go like this, but I don't think we can fit through that gap. Actually, I'm gonna check it out here real fast. So if we go like this, that's good, actually. But yeah, we hella can't fit through there, so that's not valid. Unless that was not the first thing we did. So it feels like this is the way. Like, this definitely feels right, right? We've got a lot, like, it feels like we got a lot of forced stuff here. Like, we know that this isn't good. We know it's not. We know this, like, basically has to be this. And if we want to hit this, like, we have to hit it down here. We can't hit it this way, which limits our range, right? Like, this is technically possible, but really it's not, which means, like, that is a requirement. And that also means that we have to do this, which doesn't immediately imply that we have to do this. But the problem is I know we're building to end up to be exactly where we were, but have nothing to do about this. Like, our number of ways out is pretty slim. We've got 3 possible end options, right? So I feel like what I should do is I should just have another layer and be like, okay, if this is our end, how do we get here? And our options are like there. That would be how we'd have to do it, but we'd have to have this be earlier. Which isn't unreasonable, actually. Alright. I guess the real problem is, where do we start? Because we've looked at our starts. We've got to start there. We've got to start there. We've got a start there. We tried this start, and it doesn't work, I think. For the same reason why we couldn't wrap like this. And I don't think this is valid, because then we can never turn this one on. Which means that these are our options, and this one going here makes it so that we can never hit this, and this one going here just doesn't work. So it feels like this is literally our only start. Like, we must go here. Now, to be fair, we don't have to leave from there. Like, so we do have one option here, but I suppose we've got another option, like, to here. But I don't think this is valid either. Because if we, okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. So, right, so like here. Starting here. Actually, one second. Yeah. Okay, actually, hypothetically, this is possible. But this doesn't buy us anything. This, again, oh no, yeah, that's just straight not possible. So I don't think that's a valid start either. I think this is literally the only valid start. Why isn't that working now? Am I going insane? I think this is just buggy. I wonder if it's because I'm going too fast. I wonder if it's a running bug. Or like if you lock it here and no. I think it's just a running bug. Alright, so this has to be it. Like, I feel like this has to be our start. Which gets these. and implies that our finish must be from here. Technically, we could come through here. Actually, that's an interesting thought. We could just, because we've tried this. We've tried just going this way and it doesn't work. You can't double back. So we've determined these things. Yeah, I want that layer down. I guess I should. I want to delete that layer. We've determined these things. At least so it seems. And like this loop is also like heavily implied. But this has to be first. And obviously this has to be first. And doing this also implies that it has to come from over here, though it could be from either location. The problem is this. The problem is that we need to not do that, but we can't not do that. I think it's like impossible, isn't it? Because we end up stuck in this loop, right? Where this is how we end. So we talk about the finish. Our options are this, hypothetically this. I think you could make an argument for no, I think that, because I think from here you can go here, here, or here. So like these are our possible like base endings. I don't think this is valid. Actually, it's almost guaranteed invalid, just because we have to hit these. So it's like working backwards from here, right? Like we've already determined, actually you know, I guess we did determine that this was necessary, but I suppose there's like a hypothetical moment where this is valid. I don't know how we hit these though, because I think this blocks any attempt to hit this, which I'm currently checking. How do I do this? Okay. I know you guys can't see this, but okay, I accidentally took a path that made it impossible for me to even test. Yep, I did. I gotta like I'm taking some incredible shortcuts here to try and make this happen, and obviously I'm running around with a black cord. You guys can't see it, but I'm just testing. Yes, it blocks. This would block getting anything here. So I don't think that is possible unless it's second, which also doesn't work. Because anything that we do over here has to happen after this. Otherwise we can't pass through with that. So like this feels like it has to be the end. Our work backwards point. Which, if it's not going there, like hypothetically it could go over here. I just think it can't. I mean, I guess, so I mean, like, I guess we could finish here, right? But, like, we need to use this. And also, we loop. Alright, I'm wondering if my previous strategy... Where's pen tool? Where is my pen tool? It's in a different place than I expect it to be. Alright, so... I do not want you to be that thick of a line. There we go. I guess we actually just go from here to here, right? Why? Why do you keep changing the frickin' defaults? Stop it. Alright, and then we default to the curvature tool. Fucking A, dude. So it's just like... Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I mean, I guess the way I was doing this before, the correct way to do this is actually to go like this. Stop it. I really need to... There we go. Forgot you can do that. Just make everything straight. You can tell it to stop curving stuff. So this would hypothetically be valid, right? Obviously we couldn't actually leave. So from here we try to create bubbles. And so one of our options would be this. This is a hypothetical option. Is it technically valid, right? Technically valid. Not useful, I feel like I would also add. Our goal is just entirely to add points. So, to try and hit other stuff, right? So if I say, yeah, let's... This obviously isn't a valid loop. Okay, we need to... Stop it. We need to get stuff happening over here, right? This fucking program sometimes, man. Again, hypothetically valid. Just not terribly useful. I don't know. I feel like I'm not approaching this in a smart way. Oh my gosh. So much undoing. So yeah, this. Technically valid, right? So we can... I want to mimic what we've actually been doing, kind of. Which has been this. So this obviously isn't valid in and of itself, but it is because we drag it out here. We put 2 points here, and we tell it to go here. So we've got this loop here that we're effectively dragging around. We're going to go ahead and drop these here. And this is a little bit more on point. No joke intended. Though obviously made. So we end up here. And here's where we have to start drawing bubbles around all of this. And actually, I guess we hypothetically can, right? We can just... How do we... We have to go around all of this somehow. How do we do it? And this is where the fun kind of begins. And by fun, I mean I have no fucking clue how we accomplish these things. Our only way to hit this is to come up from the other side. Which doesn't work because this needs to happen from in here. And before we do anything out here. Which means we first have to establish this, which prevents us from doing this. All of which is incredibly annoying. I almost need to create like another line and then merge. Oh, gosh darn it. Because I'm really not sure how we... Because... So like this loop here makes sense. Darn it. This is what I get for putting 2 points too close together. But it doesn't work. This loop in and of itself doesn't work. It can't work because it needs to go out through here. But we've already made this impossible. We've already made that loop impossible. So... begs the question, if this loop... Because this is the exact solution we ended up with before. The problem is I know that this is the destination of this puzzle, and that's a problem. Like, this is a problem that I've thought about this. Because we can't... How do we extend a loop around here? We basically can't. And we can't come in here... Like, that is the problem. This one is the problem. Everything needs to build around this one, and that's the problem. Because I don't... Right, Terminator's not there. Like, I guess I should go back to this layer. Like, this is critically important. Because, like, in here, this attaches like fucking nothing. Well, maybe not. So from here, technically valid. So if we came in this way, we can't go from here. The problem is here. So can we pull that off? Oh my gosh, please just work. Alright, this was me testing if we could pull this off. So, hypothetically, I do mean hypothetically, if we got around... Okay, can't hypothetically it like that. I guess that's actually the problem, is we can't get to that situation. Nothing we do is valid. Like, nothing we can do validly gets us there. Like, this is a wonderful idea, but we can't get to over here without making it impossible for us to do it. Oh, this puzzle is annoying. I've lost track of which layers are which. So the problem I'm having is this. To accomplish this, which obviously has this directioning, we have to get here. How do we get here without coming from there? I don't think we can. There's here. There's potentially here. Though I don't think we have a good way of getting over there. So how do we go get it there from here? Like, our options are this and this. And this is a losing fight, because the problem we run into is that I've then put myself into this loop. Which, this is great. This is absolutely great, except for the fact that I'm now back over here. So I was like, yeah, sure, if I can. Problem is I'm approaching this the wrong way. We need to reach this. And we can't reach. So we're coming from here, right? We can't loop back. So if we try and do this, we can't. So you have to come from here, which that's not valid. And remember, we can't even get, so this has to be wrong. This has to be wrong. Okay, so but we already looked at this. That's a loop, so we'd have to, we can't come from this direction, so that one's no good. Okay. 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 Can we build that in? Oh god. Can we build that in? Does that work? So we couldn't, oh, we could get this way. Okay, does that change anything? We have to do this, right? Does this just let us do everything? I'm upset. I'm not like actually upset. Okay, but we totally could have also done it. Oh, we did do it. I did do it that way. Oh. But could we do it the other way? I think we still could have done it this way. I think it didn't actually matter. All right. So I want to pantomime this out with my looping creation shenanigans. Just for my own edification. I deleted all the layers. We're undoing the layer deletion. We're undoing the layer deletion. Oh, okay. No, wait, I did undo the layer deletion there. Okay, we're starting from scratch. Obviously, we know the solution, and that's going to inform stuff, but it's just like, when we were looking at this, right? This is how we looked at it. Or, more accurately, this is the solution that we came up with. This is the one that I ran with, and I know I'm cutting some corners here. Right, but this is where we got to. Yeah, I'm thinking. All right, this is where we got to, right? And how do we do this? How do we accomplish this? What's the loop? What's the loop that I technically pull on? Like when I'm doing the pen tool, right? Obviously these aren't pen lines. Actually, we can fix that, kind of. Oh, no. Oh, shoot, I drew that right on the layer. Fuck. So the reason why I'm doing this is to figure out how I could have figured it out. If that makes any sense. My goal is to figure out how I could have figured it out. What I did that made it so that I couldn't figure it out, or that I didn't notice it right away. Because that's part of problem solving. So, doot. Yes, I know it's bad. My goal is not to make it good. So we have this moment. God damn it, why am I so bad at finding my pen tool? So we've got this moment where this is what we have. This is what we have. And actually, I guess, you know what, I'm going to make an argument here that I'm not going to finish this out because it's clutter. It's clutter and it's going to make it weird to try and solve. This is our loop. This is our loop. Okay, just making sure that I've got Photoshop on. Alright, so we switch to our curvature tool. I guess I can just hit P. So, the actual solution is to loop around. Yeah, that just doesn't naturally come from this. Basically, you have to... You basically set this in stone. And you pull it from here. So you obviously... Okay, this is what I'm missing. This is what I'm missing, I realize now. When I'm pulling out loops, I'm doing it in a very concave way. I think concave is the right description. Like, the idea is like, you know, if we wanted to put this in, I'm pulling, obviously I don't have the line. Like, if we had this line from here to here, I'm pulling this way. Like a rubber band, think of it like a rubber band. A rubber band always wants to be concave. You could not set up a rubber band to do this with tension. I guess the flip side would be the concave version of this is going like this, right? Which obviously doesn't work here. But to get this to work, you have to do this. I guess it's technically convex, right? And then your actual expansion is continuing to come from here and actually goes out here all the way back, which once again, this not valid, right? Just this is not valid. If you tried to stretch a rubber band like this, it would snap horrendously. Like this doesn't work. But then you anchor it around this. And obviously, I don't need to make as many points as I'm making. So I guess the word or the thing that I'm missing is what effectively amounts to taking out a loan. Because this is the solution. Technically this could be here or here, but we pulled that from here. Which you could do, and in fact, this is still a very linear pull. Like, you could... It looks a little bit weird, the way that I did it, I think. But it's a very linear pull. Like, if I take 2 points... I can't pull them both simultaneously, really. and you pull them together. And obviously we have to make new points to pull around these corners, but you pull them together and it works. I really wish this was easier. Right? Like, you can see the tube going this way. It's just, this is actually a really painful way to draw this. And then it loops around. So like conceptually, whoopsie. Conceptually, this is what we did. We pulled it out and we anchored it on this. Because whenever you're pulling a rubber band, like when you've got a tense rubber band there and you put your finger in it, your finger is acting as the anchor. So that's like what this does, that's what this does here. So this makes a lot of sense actually. I don't like it. Oh Jesus. I just looked at the time, we're at 50 minutes for a single puzzle. Fuck. Alright, let's hope. Well, I'll hop back. Let's hope that this one's easy. It's not gonna be... Oh, there are times where I just like fucking nail it and it's weird. At least for me. This isn't gonna be one of those times though. Oh, that does work, Jesus. I did not expect that to work. What? Okay. But that's an end, right? So, like, we could pull. We could pull. We could loop. We have to pull right from the start, though. I don't think we can do that. Wait a minute. I mean, we're just gonna pull loops like this. I think we actually get this. Wait, I got that to work, didn't I? I swear, didn't I get that to work? Obviously that works, but... Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this game has some bugs in it. And when I say that, I mean I'm not really going out on a limb.
I imagine walking around this ship is a lot like going through a stranger's house. So allow me to put you at ease by introducing our little breakfast club to you. The headmaster, if you will, was Canary. She headed up research here. Then there was Marmalade and Aubergine. You'll have to blame Philcor for the names here. Those two were responsible for all the systems you see here on the ship. Real smart dudes. Then there was Vermilion. He was our well-being officer. He controlled our diets and kept us exercising. Kindest man I've ever met. And from Earth of all places. Finally,
well,
that's our botanist.
Got some implications.
Pistachio. Oh, and there's me, of course, the navigator.
So we finished this room. I don't know if we're supposed to then wander into the other rooms. I assume we are. Because, like... Yeah, here's a start. We're not gonna dig into this. Oh, is this the one that's got... Oh, neat. I like it. Doors that you do stuff through. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. This is a longer episode than I intended because, I mean, it took us like 2 minutes to solve that last puzzle. That said, oh, this is a terminal. All right, so ooh. Okay, so we've got some stuff that we can read. Not gonna do it just yet. We'll do it next time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm kind of flabbergasted at myself that I can be stuck on a silly puzzle for so long and then do the next one in literally less than 1/10 of the time. So that's puzzle games though. That's puzzle games. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this one. This is definitely very brain burny kind of puzzle game. Like the my chance of success at a puzzle seems to be immediate or taking way too long, and I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure which it's gonna be. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time, but until then, keep your gears turning. Oh no, I didn't. We're still on Photoshop. You guys didn't even see me solve that last puzzle. That's truly disappointing. Interesting, I can run too. I didn't even realize. Alright, so here's the solution to that puzzle. Anyway, for real this time, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry about that one. It's a bummer. It is certainly a bummer, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, but until then,